which is also why I say women get the concessions that we do in society. You know, we have our separate spaces where and special programs were for women because I guess society recognizes that physical disadvantage that women do, and so that's why women actually have at least the ones that are awake, women that are awake, are so angry at men or they're seeing putting on the wig and the dress and then coming to take all those advantages that we have to compensate for our biological disadvantage. You know, the stronger man coming and taking all this, putting on a wig and a dress and lipstick and say this is what you have to be a woman, and taking all that
and taking the gold medal.
We have our separate because there is a reason why this women's sports is so that we can compete on in a level playing field, because physically we cannot compete with men because we're not built the same. We were not built to be the hunter-gatherer. We're built to be the gatherer, but not the hunter.
It's clearly seen that there's many things that women can do better than men.
Yeah, different skill sets.
Different skill sets.
So you don't try to push women to do the same things that men traditionally do. The things they traditionally do is because what they're naturally good at with their physique.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if you wanted to build an aeroplane, you'd be wanting a group of men who engineer-minded men.
Yes.
You wouldn't want so necessarily a bunch of women all together.
No, because
to try to make you an aeroplane to fly across the sea.
Yeah, you might have one woman in 50 engineers. That will be just as good as the other 49.
Yeah.
You know, but because the ratios, because of mines, the
scales are
different things, and on the flip side, you don't necessarily want a male secretary. They don't do that well, because men cannot multitask as well.
No, they can't.
And secretaries do so many tasks in a day.
Yeah, they do multitasking. Women can do all these things at one time.
Yeah, and they think
that's
about
why
things.
Blokes, they just can't do it.
They cannot do that.
No, we can walk and chew gum at the same time, but that's about it. That's about it. If you're chopping wood, you're chopping wood.
You're chopping wood.
If you're carrying water, you're carrying water.
Yeah.
You just can't do all these things at one time.
Yeah, so there's skills that women have far better, and that relates back to, I guess, in even prehistoric times, the hunter, all he does is just do hunting. So that's why he's physically stronger and has a greater stamina to go run the distance and hunt the game down. Whereas women have to do so many other things, the gathering, going out with the plants and gathering and doing all the skinning and then the cooking and so many different tasks that she's got to do. So she doesn't need that strength. She doesn't need that stamina, but she has the ability to do all these different tasks. And they're both needed. So society is trying to push everyone the same for equality. People keep mixing up equality with sameness. They're saying you be the same in order to be equal. Well, no, you are different. And you're still equal. It's just as necessary. I mean, look, even in motorcycling, you have a 500cc motorcycles, but then there's also a 125cc motorcycle race as well. Well, the 500cc is always going to easily beat the 125cc. Sure?
True.
Because it's got a bigger engine. No question about it. So why do we bother with the 125cc? Why bother having them at all? Can't perform as well as 500. Well, obviously they keep producing it, still have it because there's a need for it. That the 500cc does not fill. So you have to
Gentlemen,
think about.
start your engines.
Yeah. So I guess that analogy, people can understand that a lot better. How you have that engine. That's why even you're saying about dogs. I mean, you don't expect a poodle to do guard duty. and then claim that the poodle is not equal to the German Shepherd because the German Shepherd can do guard work, but the poodle can't. You go ask, I tell any poodle owners that their dog is not worth as much as a German Shepherd, and see what they say. They'll be incensed.
Yeah.
But he can't do any. What? He can do so many other things because a poodle technically is smarter than a German Shepherd.
Apparently they're the smartest of all dogs.
I think it was Border Collie, wasn't it? They keep
Yeah,
saying
they're
Border
number
Collies.
one or number two, Border Collie.
Border Collies, yeah, number one.
Oh, I think Poodle's number one.
I understand it was Border Collies one, Poodles number two, and German Shepherds number three. I think you can look that up. I think that's generally the case.
Yeah.
But but I guess you understand what I mean. Equality does not mean the same. Okay, you don't have to push and women to do the things that men do. That men do well just to prove that they're equal. Women are just as important. They are equal, but they are very different. And
Very
it's a
different.
great thing that they're different. I mean, you would not want to. Your right hand is your dominant hand. It does every you're going to pick up a mug or something you use. If you're right-handed, as most people are, use your right hand. Anything that you only need one hand with, you use your right hand. Okay, well, if your right hand's so important, how about I remove your left hand?